I think people come to botanical art from two different places. Sharon from the gardening, and she knows a ton about plants. I came to it because I wanted to be able to draw really well. And I met a woman at Ringling College of Art in their continuing ed program who was offering a certification in botanical art. I barely knew what it was. I certainly didn't know anything about plants, but man, I wanted to be able to draw like that. She was awesome. So I thought, well, okay, this is good. And then I fell in love with it. I absolutely fell in love with the art form, the history of it, how worthwhile it is, and I haven't looked back, and that was like 30 years ago.
I worked in a frame shop and was framing a lot of other people's art. And I knew that I've always been artistic and was able to draw. And I'm also a Penn State volunteer master gardener. So I put the two together. I went and found botanical illustration classes, and I've been doing it for about 10 years.
We don't do that. There are a couple, again, there are a couple different kinds of botanical artists. The real ones, the adventurers, the Maria Bill and Marion, you can look her up later. They go into the Amazon with their sketchbooks, and they, put up with all kinds of stuff, and they come out with paintings of plants. I love to go out and see the plant in nature. I love it if I can get a hold of the plant and take it back to my studio where it's air conditioned and I can actually take my time to draw and paint it without sweat drops falling on the paper and bugs flying by and all that stuff. So yeah, in plein air is something that we're not really doing except to go out and actually look at the plant and how it grows and all that. That's really important to us. But then the actual work, I think probably for a lot of botanical artists, is done in studio. Because it's very, oh my God, hours and hours and hours. Tedious.
Yeah. Yeah. We can get a good idea of the structure of a plant, and we can take reference photos. But if we can get a branch or, a flower stem and take that back to the studio with us, that's where we really work on getting the true essence of the plant in the picture.
I'll probably, and probably Sharon will too, we'll come and pick out our tree, figure out where, and do a lot of sketches of it and be ready to paint it. Because the sketching is not a lot of fun to watch. People would rather watch paint dry. So we'll probably come and do a lot of sketches, and then that day we'll have a piece prepared and ready to paint so that people actually have something to look at. I don't know if they want to watch us sketch all day, so that's my plan anyway. And I'll try to have the sketches there. The question I always get at the flower show, because I always do a demo at the flower show, is did you paint that today? I've been there maybe an hour, and this has got maybe 10 or 12 hours of work into it already, and I have to say, no, I started this, a long time ago, and I'm just finishing it up today. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a scary prospect to be asked to paint as a demonstration. But yeah, it'll depend on whether or not I've had time to create some sketches in advance, or whether I just decide that I'm going to come here and sketch what I see.
These shiny leaves, challenging to paint.
Yes.
Yes.
Very much a challenge. And a beautiful American sycamore.
Yeah, I love the bark of the sycamore. It's so interesting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the benefit of having gardens like this to come and walk in, to get inspired from. I absolutely love the display on the other side of the evergreen trees. It is just so beautiful, and you can see it any time of the year because it's evergreen. People can get an idea of the correct placement of plants, the full size that they get to be, and that, as a master gardener, I know that you need to put the right plant in the right place, otherwise it's not going to grow properly. And having an arboretum to show you that concept, and having some professionals around to answer those kind of questions is really such a benefit to the community.
Yeah. I think the benefit of any botanical garden is peace. You come to a place like this, whether you're, by yourself or with you know, other people. It's just suddenly everything slows down and you're just peaceful. And I love that. I mean, I just love to go and hang out in botanical gardens and just relax. You kind of forget, you breathe real air. It's wonderful.
I hope that the guests that come to Ambler in Bloom appreciate the fact that art takes a lot of work. You have to make a lot of decisions as you're putting an art piece together, but it's a practice that anyone can become involved in. And you know, you're not going to be excellent at it from the start. It's a practice, and you get better and better as you do it more often.
Yep. Yeah, it's this much talent and this much just work.
You can go to the Philadelphia Society of Botanical Illustrators website, psbi-art.org, and there's a drop down of classes to take. And we're offering a class coming up in October here at Temple Ambler with an esteemed botanical illustrator and artist and teacher from Ireland, Mary Dillon. So it's a 2-day class, October 21st and 22nd, and you can register through the Temple University website for that.